Hey everybody, Paul from Evo here. I just wanted to give a quick thanks to everybody that's been following my Aprilia How to Fix It video for fixing the crushed shim issue and installing my base valve. I realized at the end of the video I kind of trailed off on a couple critical details. This is setting of the fork oil level height, which on this bike there's some discrepancies in the service manual, as well as a detail on installing the fork cap that I want to address. So without further ado, here is that step. The first update I want to talk about is about the oil level. The service manual, there's two variations. One variation says to set it at a height of about 117 millimeters, and that is without the plastic spring guide, which that kind of is different from most other manuals. Usually you leave the spring guide in. There's a later version of the manual that says to set the oil height at 95 millimeters, though I don't know whether it says anything about leaving the plastic spring guide in. For our purposes, I always leave the spring guide in, and I'm going to set the oil height to 90 to 100 millimeters. I usually use 95 millimeters as my starting point. So I'm going to use my tool. This is a Race Tech tool, but you can make a similar one out of just a big syringe and a drinking straw. Set my oil height, and I'm going to suck out the excess oil. The next critical step that I didn't cover previously was installing the fork cap to the dampening rod. If you simply install the cap to the dampening rod and bottom it out on the end, you will not have the correct number of clickers possibly. So in the service manual for the 660, you need to set the clickers to a specific inside depth that will correspond to the correct number of adjustment clickers, and you check it with your calipers. So the specific depth is 13 millimeters. And when I check this real quick, I'm at 14.85. So I am going to turn this in a specific number. And if I remember correctly, maybe it's not exactly at 14. It might be at like 12.92 or something to that effect. But just for fun. So in fact, see, now I'm down to 13.5. So let's do 2 more. And sure enough, my calipers, well, they're measuring a little over 13. So that's just variance, but it's at the correct depth. Now I can install it to the dampening rod and we'll be home free. That is the last of the quick little updates for fixing your Aprilia 660 Tuareg forks. Thank you.